6:07, and we do have a quorum with Mr. Danny Tejada.
I have a birthday girl too.
Mr. Idris and myself. We have a quorum. Our attorney is here, Mr. Caldwell, and our city manager and other helpers are here.
Yes, I apologize. Chad said he couldn't make this meeting because his son's first game was tonight. But I told him I would answer whatever questions that you would have.
Okay, let's rise for the invitation. Our Heavenly Father, we ask that you be with us and guide us. We hope that you will lead us to make correct decisions for the welfare of our community. We ask that you help us to be fair and honest and open in our judgments. In Christ's name we pray. Amen. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Okay. Anyone like to make any comments under citizen comments? If no response, we'll move on to discussion and action, possibly on the discussion and possible action about collaboration with the Peanut Festival Association for this year's festival. And I'm going to turn this over to our attorney, who will tell us what the latest is.
To recap, gentlemen, y'all told me to convey a 15% offer to the Peanut Festival Board. The Knights of Columbus, of course, want 50%. We'd already discussed that. And we said 15%, Knights 50, 4A 15%, Peanut Festival 35. They talked and met and came back with a counteroffer that they would like it. They would offer 10 to us. And of course, not touching the Knights. The Knights going to stay where it is. They're out of negotiation. Told them I'd discuss it with y'all tonight. We're at a precipice right now where if y'all need to make a decision on this thing, because I need time to get this license. I'll need at least 10 business days to get it done. I've been kind of slowly but surely working on it between me and Ms. Tejada and the city manager, working on what we need to get done for the insurance purposes. But I think everybody's kind of hinging upon y'all tonight. The Peanut Festival lady calls me every day, every other day or so, want to know what y'all want to do. I think this is the 75th anniversary of the Peanut Festival. This is the first the association between 4A and the Peanut Festival Board. Maybe this year is a sign of good faith. We should proceed. But it's up to y'all.
Would we have other big events like the stock show and the big events? I know we sell beer at a lower cost. Does anybody know that cost?
It's $2 a beer. And that's in their contract because they agreed to hold it here for, I think it was 4 years.
4 years consecutive they agreed, and we sold it to them almost at cost, which means you would profit with about 75 cents, maybe $1. I think $1. About $1. I think it's $1 a beer that you get to.
So the offer that we're receiving, it sounds like maybe around 10 cents. Is that what it sounds like?
How much?
The cost of beer maybe about $1.
I don't know what these. I never bought any beer at Peanut Festival. What are they?
No, the cost to us. About $1.
And they're selling it for four and a quarter.
But if we're gonna take 10%, so the average price we would be selling it for would be $1.10.
Well, it would be 10% off of it. It'd be 10% of net. The percentages would be net. The expenses would be paid. The city would be reimbursed for the cost of the beer.
The cost.
First.
Right.
So I don't know. Does that factor in to our 10%? I'm not sure it does.
Well, if we make it $1.10 profit, what you were saying? Is that
No, you would make 10 cents,
10 cents profit?
because the
Well,
cost of
yeah,
beer,
the cost of.
let's say the cost of beer, Jake, is what, about $1, right?
It's about $1, so that'd be $1.10.
And $1.10, that'd be 11 cents that we would make off of.
Of each,
I don't understand how you get the profit, because they're selling it for more than $2, I know.
I know, but our percentage,
We're not talking about just sales of beer here. We're talking all revenue, whatever, I assume, we're talking
But-
about all monies the Peanut Festival makes, right? Or is it
No.
just-
Oh,
just
really?
beer?
No.
It's
No.
just
Just
beer.
electric
So it's
beer.
not it's not anything else.
No, it's just the beer.
It
So,
would be just beer.
it would be 10%, he's saying, of the gross revenue, and then we'd have to, of that, not the net,
But it'd be 10% net.
Net.
but the net. So whatever profit that they would make, you all would get 10%. I think when they originally came in and offered, I think they offered somewhere around $1,200 to $1,500. But we're talking about, I'm sorry, Margaret, please tell me the name of that group, what?
The spasmodics.
The Spasmatics are gonna be there this year, and according to what they sold last year, it was double the year before. And Mr. Knights, you can help us out, because it's at the meeting that we had with the Knights of Columbus, they were saying that the year before, the sales were almost double what they got last year because of the Spasmatics.
The spasmodics. And this year it'll be Friday and Saturday that they have greater change.
I get it. I understand what you're trying to say. It's not gonna be off of the cost to us of the beer. It's not gonna be off that dollar. It's gonna be off the $3 profit.
right,
So we
So
get
it
10%.
would be about 90 cents a beer
Yeah,
after we're paid for the beer.
oh, okay.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, I didn't understand what you were going with. I was like 10 cents off of $1. No. That's what we're paying for.
Yeah.
We're selling.
and in this case, when we sell beer here, we have to pay staff $10 an hour to sell it. And so this case, the portion that the Knights get is taking care of the staff. And so you'll be getting a portion of that. So I think for this, I think doing the numbers of what we did for the Spasmodics the year before, you're gonna make more than what they initially offered of $1,200 to $1,500.
Well, then let's talk about what Tom just said. If the beer cost or price is $4, what percentage of that does the city get?
Well, the city would get reimbursed, because they're gonna be the ones buying the beer. So they're gonna get their dollar. If it costs $1, the city gets its dollar back. And then, so we're dealing with a profit of 3. So now, us as a partner here, we get 10%. We're gonna get 10 of that 3, which is
30 cents.
30 cents.
30 cents, not 90, I'm sorry. 30 cents for each beer sold. 30.
But the Spasmodics are happening on 2 nights this year, where
But that doesn't change the percentage.
it doesn't change the percentage, but it changes this.
There's just one. I don't know what
Saturday.
Friday is.
Friday night it's Day de Garza, which is another big bang.
So they're thinking they're doing gonna be
Yes.
better, and so if the 30 cents per beer, and they sold that year twice what they sold last year, when they had Spasmodics on that Saturday. Because they were saying that the sales were dismal, using his word, on that Saturday, and that's what really killed them. Friday was a pretty good night, but that Saturday, he said, killed them last year.
So if we're talking about the net, is this excluding the 50% of the Knights of Columbus gonna be, and then after that, then, so. that-
Well, if we figure the net is a pie,
Uh-huh.
then we're gonna get 10% of that
So you
pie.
said we get 10 off the top, though, and then
10
they,
off, my understanding of it is 10 net.
Right.
Because that's how they're doing the percentages, is
Right.
after
we get
expenses.
10%, and then they split, and then it splits between the Knights of Columbus and the Peanut Festival.
Well, Knights get 50, we get 10, the remaining 40 goes to
To the,
the Peanut Festival.
so that would be include the cost of other things also?
The other things.
No, I'm sorry, no.
You're based on the rest of the revenue of the beer and the cost of the beer.
It's the beer.
Right, so the selling price, we get the 10% that will take the $1 cost into it. And it won't affect anything else that is involved in the cost of doing the transaction of the business. That
Right,
will
because that's
take
what Knights of Columbus, it's their tents, their staff, their people, you know, only thing other than, is he looking for something?
We don't have, I never thought about it breaking it down to a per sale type situation, but we know last year was an off year. We made right at about $15,000 in beer sales. So if we got 10% of that, that's 1,500. They get a show barn 1,000 or 12, so we'd be making more. This year, I mean, it's not gonna make you a whole heck of a lot of money, but it is something, it's getting something back.
And you're saving the peanut festival, because I know they can't find anybody else on this
The
year.
other concern I got is in regard to before, when the license was done, was by the private owner. Now we did it with an entity that hold the license for them to be able to sell the beer, and it would put us at any risk. Since
Well,
we're not involved. The other guy he owned the place, and he doing with a private owner that owned the.
Yeah. Well, that's what we spent some time with your attorney, with TML, who
Right.
holds our insurance, to say that TML said if we dot our i's and cross our t's, they're fine in covering you all for the risk and liability.
Right.
Not only the 4A, but the city as well. Everything on the list, I believe, Tom, that they want him to do, he's already doing anyway. I mean, the agreement, they want copies of it, we have the application, that, just to give their reassurance. So TML wasn't saying no, they just said do these things and then you're covered.
I'm okay with that percentage, the way you're presented it, but also let's include our labor cost.
We're not
What
gonna have
labor?
any labor.
We're not gonna have the labor?
No,
No.
Knights are running that.
Nights of the labor.
I thought we had to have somebody there writing checks or.
Okay, so I met with, okay, so I'm sorry you all missed the inventory. I had a good time. It was good. But in doing that, I talked to the gentleman, and since we're only gonna use Eagle, right?
Silver Eagle.
Silver Eagle, that's all we were doing. So we're using him, and he said, what we'll do is we'll just buy what they want. They'll bring out the trucks. We'll buy whatever we order, okay? Anything that's left over, rather than take it back, then we'll bring it here and stock it. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
It's gonna fall into the event center's inventory, you know, the extravaganza's coming up a month after that, or so, give or take.
Yes,
month and a
but
half.
it'll help for our inventory. And so what they do is, when the guy told me when they come and they stock the new stuff in the back. Anything in the front that's almost about to expire, they take back with them, and it's a process that they do.
Okay, so we're not gonna have to have people there writing a check or.
No, no,
Doing inventories or anything like that, okay.
no. That's why his guys are the.
That was one thing we had talked about, that maybe
Right.
was gonna happen.
That's what I meant, right.
We do have to have someone making sure we have an accurate count of what they're pulling off those trucks. Because all that beer on that truck is now gonna belong to the
Well,
city, us.
the gentleman, what's the young man's name? I'm sorry. The young man that came and met with us.
The one that came out, Nober's house.
The new one they're doing. Yeah, they'll give the inventory about what they pulled and sign off for.
Because the Knights do that, they're
They do it for
keeping
them,
track of
right,
what's getting.
their nights are keeping track, they've been doing, and then the guy said to me that the gentleman that they sent on the truck is, it's like, these guys that do it all the time, it's like the same guys have been doing it on the truck for the last 2-3 years. They're like old friends, they get together, they're like looking forward to come to the Peanut Festival. So I'm not trying to change anything that's already been working. The Knight said that they'll keep their inventory, they're very good and very conscientious. One of the things I really enjoyed from the meeting was that they were saying that they don't, if they open up these things and it get late at night, they're like, Friday night, they're like, this is all we got. They're not gonna open up the cage just because somebody came. And then on Saturday night, they know that's the last night. So at some point in time, they'd rather just say, this is it, buy
Stop
this,
selling.
and then rather than open up the case. So with them being that conscientious, we should do the case.
Instead of having, for an example, 5 cases of Lone Star iced down, they'll say, I want a Budweiser. We don't have any Budweiser. We have Lone Star. And they'll push that.
And push that.
We'll be able to do inventory controls by, we're gonna know what we bought from Silver Eagle.
Yes.
We're gonna know exactly how much we bought. And then we're gonna have the Knights give us a tally of what they pulled. The moment they pull that beer is when the Peanut Festival owes us. If they pull a case of this, guess what? You owe us $24 for that one. And we will settle that up before the 10% gets accounted.
And then what happened, then when they finish, the Knights can give us an amount.
It's their tally, we run it with our, what we
Right.
started
And
with.
we'll have to
what's
load it up
left.
and bring it out here.
And what's left, so we will be able to kind of tell fairly closely
Yeah.
if anything's.
So we'll have a check and balance on those.
And then Eagle said that they keep records of what we ordered, and so we told them that we don't wanna look at what we did last year, we wanna look at the year before, and they already have what we sold. And then they said, and what they brought back, so I said, what was popular, I wanted to bring back what was popular. And they were saying, yes, they keep track of all of that, so that's great. So anything left in inventory just comes back into the 4A inventory, and it'll be here.
So we're gonna go ahead and purchase what we had, what we bought last year, plus
some?
We're looking at the numbers from the year before when we had the
Okay.
spasmatics.
Yes.
When we had the spasmatics here, we're looking to purchase what we had that year as to be our model.
And
year.
then when we run out, we run out.
Yes, sir. So then you may end up having a long, what'd you call it, a long star?
Lone Star.
Instead of a Bud Light. Yeah,
Okay,
but
well, let's go
that's
ahead and do it.
Yes, and I'm quite sure the Peanut Festival, I'm excited they're gonna partner
I
with
guess
us.
that's a motion.
And TML is, we're confident. on
TML
this?
is confident that we have correspondence to your attorney of what he needs to provide to them, a contact person, and I think he's even gonna get a copy for his records of the actual insurance itself, because I think he needs to have one on file.
We're still gonna require the Peanut Festival to be the primary. Their insurance that, for the event, will be the primary insurance. Our liquor liability out of here will be a secondary. And there's gonna be indemnification and hold harmless agreements in there. If we were to get sued, they're on the hook. They gave me a list of like 11 different things they want this agreement to have in it, most of which we've been in. But some things I didn't quite understand, and we had to clarify today.
So we're okay insurance-wise?
Yes, sir, we are. It doesn't sound like to me there's an additional cost. I thought that was surprising.
Yeah, they're
I
not gonna
figured
go
it
up with our
would be
premium or
additional.
anything in reference to do that. They were not even shocked. They just said, do these things and then send it over to us and then you're good. So I guess they anticipate that having liquor license, you don't always sell out of here. So that's good to know. It's good exercise to have. And then it's an option. We can see how it works. If it's worth, talking to Peanut Festival again next year, then it's a good option to talk about.
I recommend we do this for a one-year basis and see how it works, and then if it works out okay, then we can look at it following you.
My sense of it, talking with everyone, is everyone wants to do it just for 1 year, not just to give it just to see how it works. I think the Peanut Festival bunch wouldn't be interested in any type of,
Long
in the
term.
future, long-term thing either. They want to see. I don't think they were prepared, but I think they need us more than we need them this year. But next year, they might be prepared.
Well, I want to help them in any way we can. However, we do have a responsibility to our facility, our license, and our in the city.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So, Mr. Tahana started the motion.
So let's do it. 1 year,
Motion.
1 year.
Second.
All those in favor?
You don't get to vote this
I wasn't trying
time.
to.
Okay.
I'm writing 3 members and then I remember.
The
We
motion
need to have
passes.
one.
Motion carries.
We gotta
This is
get,
for 1 year, right?
Yeah.
One year.
Partner with them for the 2019 Peanut Festival.
and
So
then
that
we-
means everyone has to attend Friday and Saturday night and stay all night so you can see how
We have to,
the
I
crowd.
gotta get back from TML.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride my little scooter down there, and I better not get a ticket.
If it's so, bring it to me, we can see what we can do. And, as a side note, you need to start recruiting a member. You need another member.
We do. It's not on the item, but been formally urging everyone to find someone.
Next item on the agenda is to, is the update by facility manager and city managers here, and discussion of possible action regarding the logistics, contacting performers for the holiday extravaganza.
Yes, okay, so, Chaz has been in discussion and running, and clearly I have to admit that, it is, not a waste of me, I don't know talent, but, he's saying that the Legends is one that has a lot of different, kind of like, back down memory lane, kind of throwback Thursday kind of thing, that actually he thinks will have a really good, type of appearance, and so they are available for us. We need to contract them so that we can get it going and lock in the date. And I believe the price is it's $10,000, and he needs to get a $5,000 deposit so that we can lock in that date. Now, the Legends, I don't want to murder anybody's name, but this is the group right here. And they think it's kind of like old school kind of group. We didn't want anything, he said he didn't want anything too young and too hip, because it's really not a young crowd, it's more of a family kind of crowd. And so those oldies but goodies are there, and he's thinking that that would definitely be something, and I think we don't wanna go too big, and what was the ticket price? I think he was saying he was trying to get the ticket price between $25 to $20. And I know, Mr. Tejada, Joe Tejada, that was a big thing for him, to make sure that it's affordable, and we need to start advertising so that we can, put, tables together, and it's kinda like a tradition kind of thing for us to do. There was another band he wanted to do, but the problem I have with that band is that, of course, it was a lot more, it was a big dollar, but they also were not gonna allow us to advertise until December 1, and that's just too late.
Horse on your soon.
What do you say, that's the name of the band?
Yes, so he's been one of the
Whatever,
performers.
you know him?
Yeah.
Okay, see, that's old school. See how he said that? With
Sonny
love and
Olsen.
something. Oh, yeah, I wanna hear that. Okay, so, what he's asked, what Chaz is asking for, and again, he apologizes for not being able to be here, is permission so that the chairman can sign this contract, and then we can start those funds, so that we can get those funds to him, so that we can say the talent, and then we can start advertising and putting our things together. Did I miss anything, Mr. Attorney?
I saw that tonight when I got here. I didn't hear anything about this. Gentlemen, I don't know.
Is anybody, well, like Sonny Osuna, you know that he's been a musician for many years, a singer and so on. And I would say he's a legend. Agustin Ramirez is another one, he's a legend, you know.
Joe Bravo.
And Joe Bravo, all those guys are top-notch band, yeah. And a lot of them are singers, you know, I think most of them are singers.
They're all
Okay,
singers.
so
Yeah.
here's the question, Jacob. Would you pay $20 to see him?
I would, yes.
Okay, then here you go. Then you-
But then again, I have not heard them play together, which I'm sure they would be good.
I have,
You have
yes.
them?
Yes,
And
and it was nice, it was good. It
They
was-
just did a show in Vegas.
in Vegas.
Yeah, they were at the Rio.
There you go.
So, the attorney probably needs to look at the nuances, if there's anything he needs to add or something like that
Okay.
on there.
It's a pretty simple contract.
The only thing that we need, you know, they're all legends, you know, and so on, but we need to advertise it, you know. If we hold it here and say, okay, yes, they're all legends, let's bring them and so on, but the people out there don't know that these 5 guys are coming, and name them by name, you know, so they can see.
Tom, in our contract, could we put on that each artist
Furnish a bio.
advertises on their social media?
Yeah,
Each one of those is individually.
and furnish us a bio so we can put it down on,
Yeah.
No, I don't mind. I don't mind contacting them tomorrow. I'll call Mr. Osuna myself and say, hey, what are your thoughts on, you know, on the special instructions and writing some stuff in here? If y'all are comfortable with the band, it's fine. As far as contracts go, this is the typical contract I'm used to seeing
Yeah.
from these entertainers.
Yeah.
It's not much of one,
Yeah.
to me, but if y'all are okay with it, because based upon these guys, you know,
The only thing I have to say about that, you know, and they're great musicians, but we have to advertise.
Yes, and
We
as
have to
soon as we make the commitment, then we can start doing the social media and
There's-
pushing it and boosting out and preparing the flyers, but, we can't, and I can tell you, I've received phone calls already asking, who's coming? Are we having the payment first?
there's
Actually,
nothing that says we
Okay.
can't promote it as much as we
I
want.
just need to get them under contract so I can say that's who's coming.
Yeah, exactly.
Do we know these guys do their own promotion? Jake?
They
That's the
probably-
thing, you know, they do their own promotion.
I know some of those have their own Facebook.
So we can do like an addendum to the contract, say, you know, we wanna be able to do social media and whatever your attorney wants to CYA. It's just as soon as we make that commitment, then we can start. I know they've already said that they're ready to provide us with photos, cause there's, you know, there's certain photos they wanna be able to use and those kind of things that we can start putting together. I will stress with Chaz myself personally to make sure that we start this out, cause I mean, December's right around the corner. And so we need to start right off the bat. But the other company other band that was $25,000 to do it, said in their contract that we could not advertise until December 1. And that reason why is because they're performing somewhere locally around us and they don't want us to start advertising. So people will come to our event at $20, $25 a head, then go into that other event. With that restriction, that just really tied our hands, because it's like 10, 12 days out before the event. What's the date? The date of the event is the
21st.
The
What,
21st.
is there
So
anything
20
you
days
want me
out.
to contact them about? I mean, related to promotion? These guys, you know, I'm not saying, they're legends, they're older, they may not be doing too much of their own promotion, their name speaks for itself. They're expecting us to promote. And we do, I agree with Mr. Guyana, we need to promote as much as you can. As far as contract-wise, we're providing the
Pretty
sound
easy.
system. Yeah, I mean, that's it, I wouldn't expect anything else. I don't understand why, if you turn that page right there that he has, it says that we will provide the sound system, and then it says that they will. That's the only thing, both of those boxes are checked, I don't understand that. I assume.
Two different prices?
No, no, different
Same
prices, it's all the
price?
same, it's all the same, nothing
Yeah,
different.
that's an error then.
So,
They may be wanting us to put in, you know, assure that we have the system set up so they can plug into,
it doesn't make much sense.
yeah.
I mean, you can look at it yourself, Bill.
No, that's fine, I just,
They check, one box that says we provide it, which I understand, and then another one stating that they're gonna provide it, so. And they're gonna give us a list of what it is, and we have to get it for them. And I didn't quite understand that. But I would assume these guys, they got their own sets up. Do these, all these gentlemen play a different instrument?
Mhm.
Like one plays a squeeze box, one
No,
plays.
they're all vocalists.
They're all vocalists.
The guy with the guitar, he does vocals and he does the guitar at the same time. But the other ones, they're all just
So
vocalists.
that's what they mean by orchestra. They say they provide their own orchestra.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fancy.
They might bring a few musicians, you know, like a drummer and then maybe, and they're just gonna sing, you know, I don't know, I guess.
Well, it is way within budget, because I know, the other artist was $25,000, and previously you've paid up to $45,000 for that. So this is way out within the budget, and I think that's what you all want to keep it, you know.
Okay,
low-key,
until we start building up that.
Until we're able to do that, so this is well within the budget, so if we have to provide the sound, it's not gonna blow up the budget.
Well, that's the thing, I think he should clarify. Jessica should clarify what else we may have to provide, or myself, either way, just so we make sure the event has, and we don't have sound issues the night of the event.
And even though we want to clarify that and write on the contract before your chairman signs, if we just say that's the band, then we can secure that, then staff will do whatever we need to do, this fine tuning about, this is the band, and then we'll get it settled about that.
And each one of those has performed here at the event center.
Hi, I think I'm lost. This is not where Billy Mott is.
Right, they've been coming since 5 o'clock.
I have one.
okay. Do I have a motion?
I so moved,
Okay,
but Jake is calling one of the artists, I think.
Right here to work with Carl when he first started.
So, like I said, Aubrey's
It's an older group.
I wanna see
You see,
this.
This guy,
Have you ever heard the legends, Joe Bravo, Agustin Ramirez, Freddie Martinez, Sonia Zuna, and Carlos Guzman? Yeah, where they played together. Have you ever heard the legends? Yeah. It's Joe Bravo, Agustin Ramirez, Freddie Martinez, Sonia Zuna, and Carlos Guzman played. No, there's nothing wrong. I'm just asking you if you ever heard them play together, like,
Well, I don't know if there's one in the town.
many times? Yeah. No, but it's a group, all together as a
They
group.
don't play
they
all
they don't
together.
play all together.
They don't sing all together.
Oh, they don't?
No, they're
They
separate.
perform one by
Oh,
one.
One by
okay.
one.
Okay.
I remember
Okay.
winning the calendar one time.
They might do one or two songs all
Together,
together.
yeah.
Okay.
They perform separately.
They serve a meal at this extravaganza?
No,
We
not
haven't,
anymore.
we haven't in years.
No, because we've been talking about it, maybe have a conjunto or something
We
like
haven't
that
in
for the
years.
extravaganza
I
here.
think that'd be a good idea. I'm getting older.
What do you think?
We need to eat.
Sounds good?
Street tacos,
Huh?
we could do something.
you want the street tacos?
That was a problem, right?
Some trucks.
Is that a
Right.
yes?
Munoz.
That's what you want to do?
We used to have a catered meal, served
I know.
at the table.
I know, but you paid a lot more than $20 a seat.
Yes.
We were paying $50.
That's it.
Uh-huh.
You're the street tacos? Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah.
I wonder if she
Let
could
me,
make them.
let me call you back in a little bit, because I'm in the meeting and this was brought up, and I said, I know the king of San Antonio, and he probably knows them and so on, okay? Okay, bye. He said that, yeah, they don't play together.
No,
All of them will show up, they might have one band,
right.
and they all sing, you know.
Yes.
They'll come on
Separately.
board,
They
yeah.
perform separately.
Exactly, yeah.
That's
They
what
might
we
do
for-
one or two songs.
That may sound like a
together.
really good show, because it really is gonna give you variety and definitely
Yes.
a touch of old school.
Yes,
Now-
it's
now
all old
he's-
school.
Now, he said that, you know, he said, they'll bring a crowd, he said, and like I said, advertisements in San Antonio, you know, around San Antonio and so on,
That's what it
those
is.
people will come out.
Right.
Okay, do I have a motion?
Mr. Dodd, I made a motion to hire the lady.
All right, that's what I want to know what your motion was. Okay, Mr. D. Tejada, I don't want to say that anymore, has a motion on the floor to hire the legends. Is there a second?
That's it.
Second by Mr. Bennett. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, passes. Okay, we have no further business on the agenda for tonight's special meeting. So,
Let's go. Hope there's no protesters.
do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting? Roy makes a motion to adjourn. Second. All right. I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Who seconded?
Both of them did.
Oh, good job.
I think they want out of here.